Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to change the brightness while recording a video using CameraX, live video recording using CameraX in native Android application. So with Media 3 effects. So first I'll show you guys the output. So here I have my device running. I'm mirroring my device, so the output might be little bit laggy, just bear with me. I'll give the camera permission while using the app. I'll give the record audio permission as well. And here you can see this is my video recording enabled. I can just click on start, so it has started the video recording. Now here you can see I have changed I'll just put my device down. Here you can see I've changed the brightness to -0.5. that's why the brightness is low. I'll just pick my device up again, and it has started recording everything. I can just click on stop as well to stop the recording, and it also displays the URI where the video has been saved. So you can just go to your videos app or to your files app to see the recorded video. Just to show it to you, here you can see this is the first video which has been saved, is recorded. So yeah, so here you can see, I'll just pause it. Hopefully you got the point. So yeah, now let's change the brightness maybe to 0.5. I think it is from -1 to +1. So yeah, you can change the check the documentation for the range. So I've just changed the brightness. Let's see how let's see how much brightness changes while recording the video. So here you can see the brightness has changed a lot. So I can just click on start, and it has started recording the video, and I'll just quickly click on stop as well, and it has saved. I'll go back to the files app which I have, and here you can see the again I'm mirroring my device, so the output is little laggy, but here you can see this is the okay, it has already stopped playing. So I'll just play this video for you. So here you can see this is the video that has been recorded. So yeah, let's see how to do this. So first you will have to, I'm using XML layout, but if you want you can use Jetpack Compose as well. So first you will have to go to Gradle scripts. Here you will have to open build.gradle.kts, and here you need to add this camera core, then this camera 2, camera lifecycle, camera video, camera view, Android X Media 3 effect as well as Media 3 effect. Now I'm using version catalog, so the version numbers are added inside libs.versions.toml. So here you need to add this camera core dependency, camera 2, camera lifecycle, then Media 3 effect dependency. Now at the time of me recording it is still in alpha, and here I'll just we also need to add this Media 3 effect version dependency as well. Now here you need to add few lines of code. First one is this camera lifecycle, second one is camera 2, camera core, camera view, and camera video. Then you need to add this Android X Media 3 effect as well as Media 3 effect. Once you add all these dependencies, you will see a sync now button over here at the top. Just click on that sync now button, it will download all the dependencies for you. Once you have downloaded that, you can just go to manifest, android manifest.xml, and here you need to add this camera permission, like camera feature, then the camera permission, record audio permission, and write external storage permission. Then I'll just show you my layout. I will go to res layout activity _ main, and here you can see I'm just using this preview view where I'm setting the width and height as 0 dp, and I'm constraining it to all sides of the screen so that it occupies the entire width and height of the screen. And here I have one button where I'm setting the width and height to wrap content. Then I'm setting the ID to this, and we are constraining it to the bottom of the screen. Okay, then you just have to go to main activity, and firstly these are all the imports. Okay, I'll just remove this dead imports. So these are all the imports. Feel free to pause the video and just copy all these imports. Again I'll just remove all these dead imports which we don't need. Now here we have annotated with @unstable API. If I just comment this out, here you can see it is giving me this error. So now this is not coming from the alpha version of the Media 3 library, it is coming from the stable version. But this is one of the quirks of Android development. Even though the library is stable, the API is a bit unstable. That's why I have to add this. Hopefully by the time you watch it, you don't require this annotation. Then here we have to assign this video capture recorder. Here we have to create this recording as well. Then here I have created this camera executor service. Here is our preview view viewfinder. Then here I have created one button. Then we use this register for activity result for requesting multiple permission. By default I have kept it as true. Then we just loop over it. If one of the permission is missing, we just say permission granted equal to false, and if it is false we display a toast message, else we start our camera. Then inside on create we initialize our viewfinder, we initialize our button. If all permissions are granted, we start our camera, else we just do request permission. Then we just do button.set on click listener capture our video. Set inside capture video, we first check whether video capture is not equal to null, and then we set button is enabled equal to false. We assign recording over to this variable, and if that is not equal to null, then we just stop it, make recording equal to null as well, and return back. If not, then we just create our file using simple date format. This is the file name. Then we also use content values dot apply, passing the display name, mime type, and if hdk int is greater than version p, then we set the relative path as well. Then we set this media store output options by passing the external content URI as well as content values. Then we initialize our recording by passing video capture dot output prepare recording, and then we just apply this just to check whether the record audio permission was given or not. If yes, then we also do this with audio enabled. Then we start the recording. Then we listen for events. If it is a start event, then the button text changes to stop and it is enabled as true. And if it is finalized, that means it has finished. Then if it does not have any error, then we just display a toast message. If it has an error, we stop the recording, and for both cases we just change the button text to start and is enabled as true. Then here we have the start camera method. We just do process camera provider dot get instance of this. Then we just do camera provider future dot add listener. Then we just do camera provider future dot get. Then we create our preview view dot builder. Then we just assign it to our surface view provider. Then we just do recorder dot builder set quality selector as well. Then we do video capture dot with output passing our recorder. Here is our default back camera. Then we just do use case group dot builder, add our preview use case as well as video capture use case. Then here we pass this media 3 effect as well. Then here we set the brightness of 0.5. Then here we do use case group builder dot add effect passing in our media 3 effect. Then we unbind our camera provider, we bind to our life cycle by passing this camera selector as well as use case group builder dot build. Then here we request permission, so I just do activity result launcher dot launch passing in the required permission. And once all permissions are granted, this is just a helper method to check whether all permissions was granted or not. Then inside on destroy, we just do camera executor dot shutdown, and here we have this file name format, and here we have this another variable called required permission. So here we pass mutable list of camera as well as record audio, and if it is less than equal to and or p, we also require write external storage permission. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.